Welcome back to Hope After Loss. I'm Marilyn, and today I want to talk about something many people quietly struggle with in grief, and that is how do we begin to find our way when everything feels and looks so dark? Over this past weekend, it was the anniversary of my son's death, and he's been gone for 19 years. And I didn't associate how I was going to be able to get through all of that dark place in that hospital room on that day, because I was just broken in so many pieces. I didn't even know how to sign my name, believe it or not. But I do remember when I was asked to come into the room because Chris had taken his last breath. As I was walking into the room, before I even laid eyes on my son, I noticed that the sun was setting and the colors in the room were so brilliant and bright. And I just felt at peace. And that was how I knew that he was at peace. Because when I looked down at him, I saw the little boy that was just sleeping, and I knew that my son was finally out of all of this pain and suffering that he had been living with. Well, I took a walk over the weekend, and as I tried to do, I should say, every day, and I had to walk past the house of a neighbor who just lost their son, and another neighbor who just had to put his 8-year-old boxer to sleep due to cancer. And I really felt the sense of sorrow. But again, something was helping me to deal with that properly. And I noticed the sun. And I also noticed some of the neighbors moving around in their garages. And I noticed some of the flowers that survived our recent frost, and that some of the lawns had been cut and there was the smell of fresh grass. And I really felt at peace. And I just prayed as I was walking that these neighbors had a way to somehow get through this dark place. Many of my clients, after they've lost someone or even during the process, they will say to me, I know I can't do this. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard to live without someone that you love so dearly and deeply. But we aren't just simply living without that person. We are also trying to battle the recurrent dark thoughts that tell us that we can't do it. We aren't going to be able to do it. We need help in being mindful of observing our thoughts rather than reacting to them. And if some of you are in therapy, ask your therapists about that. How can you be aware of your thoughts without absorbing them? Because they are going to keep you in that fearful, dark place. Grief can feel like darkness because it's quiet, it's heavy, it's hard to move through. But sometimes in grief, it can feel like the light has gone out. For others, not so. But it's not just around you, it's within you. We have to find our connection with the past. And usually, as we isolate during our grief, we are exactly doing that. We want to stay connected with our memories. We want to listen to the voices in our heads. We want to feel the connection with our loved one. And we're not even mindful of how we're doing that. But we also need to find a new normal. No one can take those memories and that past away from us. And when we are ready, we need to look around and open our eyes to how our world has changed, because this is our new normal. Our sleep patterns, our eating patterns, the way we dress, the way we wear our hair, everything can really shift as we are looking around at this new world. Colors look different, sounds are different. So we've got to be aware of the fact that there's a lot going on. And where it gets dark is oftentimes when we look out and we can't see anything that we can connect with. But it's there. We have to embrace and accept the fact that when we're looking around, if there is a split second, just a second, where something grabs our attention, like a puppy or the wind or the rain or the smell of the fresh grass, we are coming out of that dark place. And that's the evidence of it. I was most concerned after I lost my boy about not being able to hear or smell or taste. I was playing in a band at the time, and I wasn't able to stay focused in order to create a solid rhythm for the band. And, I noticed as people were living their lives and I was in survival mode, that there were things that were going on. Like people were talking and laughing and eating and drinking and having fun. And it just looked all so foreign to me as I was on the outside looking in. And there's a name for that. We talk about that fight, flight, freeze. It's the freeze, it's the disconnect, it's the dissociation that happens. When we are grieving, it's common to feel lost, disconnected, and unsure of who we are or how we're ever going to do any of this. And this isn't a weakness. It's the mind and the body trying to cope with something so overwhelming. We're scrambled, and nothing is as we knew it to be. Our eyes look out and we don't see the same things. We don't see someone that maybe we saw often. We can't hear their voice on the phone or in person. And we miss these things because this is part of what life was for us. So we don't have to find our way all at once. That's going to be pretty impossible. But I do think that as any of the actual, what I call the sensory pathways, as any of those pathways open up, then these are the small steps that we can use to move forward. Like if you go outside right now, and you are in your head, well, I'm asking you to look around. Do you see anything that grabs your attention? Look at the colors, look at the shapes, look at the people, look at the cars. Listen to the sounds. Are there lawnmowers? Are there dogs barking? Are there kids laughing? Are there parents talking? But notice your surroundings. And if something grabs your attention and holds you on it, then there you are. You just broke out of that dark place because you noticed something. It awakened you. And this does happen. We just have to be aware of how it's happening. So, right now, as we talk about this, and what we're talking about is giving ourselves permission to move forward, to look for how this new normal is going to work for us. But if that just creates a lot of anxiety for you and fear, try breathing in and holding it. As you breathe in, count to 4. Hold your breath to the count of 4. And as you breathe out as you count to 4. Hold and breathe back in. So you breathe in to the count of 4. You hold your breath to the count of 4. And breathe out to the count of 4. Pause and breathe in again. This pathway that might awaken your sensory system, one, the other, all of them, it is going to be a very solid way of you finding your way through the dark. You don't have to become who you were before in order to make this work, because that will be the confusing part. That's where the depression can really become an issue. You have to just slowly, gently begin to reconnect with who you are now. And you can do that. If you can't do it in your space, go outside and try and do it. Go to a park and try and do it. Go to a dog park and try and do it. I think it'll be easier in a place like that if you're a dog lover. Your patterns are different now. And you will notice that. And that will take you back to the reminder that something really horrific has happened to you. But notice what you can do instead of what you can't. What you can eat instead of what you can't. What you can drink instead of what you can't. Your digestion will be different, no doubt. Oh, excuse me. So, before we close today, I'm asking you to think of one small thing that might feel just a little supportive right now. Scan your body. Is it the chair you're sitting in? Is it those shoes you just bought? Is it your new pair of jeans that feels comfortable on you? Or your new top? Or the drink that you've been sipping on while we've been talking here? But use your system to figure it out. Is it the song that's playing in the background? You need to find a very small thing that grabs your attention. One thing I do is when I feel trapped in my head, I will clean a mirror. And if I walk in a room where there's a mirror and I spray to clean it, and I'm not mindful of the present, I'm still in my head in the dark place, I will wipe that mirror, think I nailed it, go out of the room, come back in, and I'll see a bunch of streaks. And that's only because I'm not paying attention to detail, because I'm still in that dark place. We have to come out. Now, when you start moving your head back and forth to look at if there are any spots that you need to try to clean again, you're out. You're coming out of that darkness. So, what you're learning is putting together the new you in this new space. And whether you're in the darkness or whether you're out for a moment, that's where you are. And that means that there's hope. One little moment that grabs your attention, that holds your attention, tells you that there's hope. And this is hope after loss. If this podcast has been meaningful for you, you're welcome to subscribe to Hope After Loss, Marilyn Burns on YouTube for future episodes. And I hope to do this twice a month for all of you, God willing. So today, believe that there's hope. Look for evidence of it. It doesn't have to be some major thing. Look for the little small breakthroughs. Talk to you next time.